Hold on. Thanks. Okay, looks like we have one person connected here, so just hang on a second. Didn't want to put this notice on the screen for everyone. Yeah, let's get started. We'll start off the record. Like I said before, Michael Newmark, Administrative Law Judge for the PSC. We do have two people connected on Zoom, so that's good news. And you can't see them on Zoom, but we do have a number of people here in attendance in Hines Conference Center. So I thank everyone for joining us. This is docket 4220 CE 185 Northern States Power Company's application to repower the Wheaton generating station. So we're here to take public comment today. We did the comments from or evidence from the parties and committee staff on Tuesday, and we're coming here on site to visit and get your opinion on the case. Like I said, we'll be transcribing what you say. We do have a court reporter in the room, and we're recording this for YouTube as well. So what we'll do is get your appearance slips for the people that are in the room, having you fill out the appearance slips. And once I have your name here that you'd like to speak, I'll announce your name and have you come up to the front, swear you in and get your opinion on the case. For people that are online, we'll do the same. I'll just take the names as I see them on the list here, the participant list, and then do the same thing, swear you in and get your comments. So we're getting quite a bunch of people on Zoom right now. So we will be taking the, we only have 3 appearance slips in the room right now, so we'll be taking them first and then moving on to the Zoom participants. Yeah, so basic ground rules for people speaking today. Just speak slowly and clearly because the court reporter is going to be following along, trying to take down every word. And she'll let us know when we're doing bad, that slow down and speak clearer. So also, I'm not using the microphone right now. Can everybody hear me in the room? Yeah, I didn't think it'd be too bad. These mics are pretty loud. And in case if people can't hear someone, just raise your hand and we'll have the person use the microphone. Otherwise, we're just here for your opinion. So feel free to speak freely about the case and we can get started. So any questions at this time? All right. So I'm just going to get adjusted here. I just need to turn off the screen share so we can see people better and make sure everything's working here. Looks like we're good to go. All right. Okay. So let's get on the record and call, looks like Jameis Sweeney. There you go. Come have a seat and I'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. Give us your name and comment, please.
My name is Jameis Lee Sweeney. Good afternoon. It's good to be here to discuss matters that are not only for us here in America, but globally as well. The big deal, what is the big deal about methane gas? It is a primary contributor and cause for global warming, as well as an air pollutant that causes 1 million premature deaths every year. Methane is a greenhouse gas that is hazardous at ground level, in which forms an ozone layer that impacts the lives of our people here on Earth. Methane gas is 80 times more potent and toxic towards global warming than carbon dioxide, accounting for an estimated 30% of global warming. In addition to this issue for our planet, coal ash dump sites and ponds without lining is causing the soil to be toxic as well. Agricultural cultivation is another problem that persists from manure and gastroenteric release in paddy rice cultivation, which prevents oxygen from penetrating the soil, creating methane-emitting bacteria. This contributes roughly another 8% of human-linked emissions. This is merely the tip of the iceberg. In conclusion, for the sake of my children and families around the world, I'm asking for the denial to permit and expand this gas plant and other plants in order to save people, plants, animals, and our Mother Earth. Alliant Energy initiated batteries along with clean energy methods that are feasible and attainable. Alternatives include solar, wind, and water for clean methods which are non-toxic for every living creature. For taking this time to listen. Future is up to us on earth as it is in heaven.
Appreciate your comment. Thanks. Did you want to copy? Yeah. Can we take your paper just to double check and make sure we got all the words down right? Oh, excellent. Thanks. Okay, great. We'll take the next person. Thanks very much. So I just want to mention, we can go off the record. You may see me like fiddling with the computer. That's because we got Zoom people and live streams and everything. But the important part is that you're speaking to the court reporter. They're getting down everything you say. And then the commissioners who are going to make the decision in the case are going to read your comments. So even though I might not look like I'm paying attention, I'm listening, but it's the commissioners that are really going to make the decision in this. So they're the ones reading the transcripts. We want to make sure we record it all properly. All right, let's get back on the record. Carolyn, is it Kuzu? Kaiser. I couldn't read it properly. Sorry about that. We'll do the same thing with you. We'll have you take a seat here and I'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Give us your name and comment.
Okay. My name is Carolyn Kaiser, and I live on 35th Avenue here in the town of Wheaton. So I want to thank you guys for coming to our neighborhood for this public hearing, because we kind of think you're all in Madison and we're up here in Chippewa County. So it's I want you to know that our township is comprised of urban and rural mixture people, and that local leaders here have been working towards projects that promote clean water and clean air. And I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that one of our current major projects is working with the Chippewa County Land Conservation and Forest Management, UW Stevens Point, the DNR and others, and we're providing a community well for people due to our groundwater situation. This has been major work of art, and it's a positive point that we're getting to. So in other words, our goal here in the Chippewa Valley of the town of Wheaton, our goal is to promote positive and clean energy for the next generation. In doing that, we would like to see Xcel Energy focus on pursuing a mix of clean energy alternatives. From what I've read, it appears to me that this situation that Xcel is choosing to do some fossil fuel build-outs, that action would go against our state task force on the climate change recommendation to avoid all new fossil fuel infrastructure. So studies have shown that clean energy alternatives are increasingly cheaper than fossil fuels, such as gas. As citizens, we have learned that we need to stand up for each other and to support our community as a whole. And that's what I'm doing today, speaking as an individual. But I would ask the Public Service Commission to utilize their skill to guide Xcel in a proactive approach in making some changes. In other words, really denying what they have right now and make it better for the future. So thank you.
Thanks very much. All right, and one more person in the hearing room so far, Steve Knowlton. That's not right. In the same boat as you. All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, name and comment, please.
My name is Steve Knowlton. I live in Eau Claire County. First of all, thank you for the Public Service Commission for listening to us. I think the country is not listening enough. We're talking too much and not listening. With your advances in clean energy, I'm really confused as to why we're going backwards with this site. I don't understand why we're not using batteries, why we're not finding other alternatives. And I think it's time for the younger generation to move forward and to help us solve this issue. Like I said, batteries are cleaner. They don't promote as much air pollution. And I believe that Xcel Energy wants to do this sort of a plant because it's cheaper to produce this energy with fossil fuels. My other comment is we all know really what the hazards of this would be. I've been researching. There's other cities going up against the same situation. I personally live in the city of Eau Claire. I live right across from American Phoenix. If anyone doesn't know, that's a rubber factory. And I just wanted to give this community just a little forewarning that if it goes up, it's not coming down. You are powerless. If they approve this, it will go through and there is no one going to help you undo it. They're going to cut down more trees. I don't think we need to be cutting down more trees. Fracking is another thing. I grew up in the beautiful city of Chetek, Wisconsin, of 6 lakes. A few years ago, I came back from the service and my dad drove me through Chetek and I nearly was in tears. The amount of fracking that goes on so that we can extract gas is ridiculous and that the land is not restored. We have to stop that. The beautiful city of Chetek, and I might add Maiden Rock, Wisconsin also, have been destroyed by fracking. I read the proposal. I see a lot of red flags in it, only because I have read the proposal for American Phoenix, who also agrees to clean up the air. But this has too many red flags and it allows Xcel Energy to fall backwards at any given moment and to not move forward. It will be natural gas, and I can guarantee that they will start to use fossil coal because it will be cheaper. So, and what makes me most afraid is that here in Wisconsin, it appears that right now the trend is to deregulate as much as we possibly can. After Scott Walker, we deregulated so many things and now we're suffering for that and our wildlife is suffering. And I live on the river next to a factory. They dumped chemicals into the Eau Claire River and it took me 3 years. By the time I figured it out that they had done that, they had never reported that. What is stopping Xcel Energy from doing that also to you? I have tried to go to talk to these big factories and to say, hey, it smells really, really bad. The kids can't be in the park. The school up above you cannot open their windows. Is there any way we can negotiate? They wrote up a plan. This has been an ongoing project for me for 12 years, and they have not adhered to 1 ounce of their plan. Nothing has changed. And that's what I'm afraid that I see in the proposal that has been submitted.
All right, thanks very much. Okay, so just want to check, we'll move on to Zoom participants now, but if you do want to speak for people in the room, just fill out a form and just give it to staff, the people at the table, and they'll get it to me. In the meantime, there's quite a bit of people here online, so we'll start taking comments. Oh, well, maybe not as many as there were before. So, all right, let's get started here. So you have Thomas Beck, I'm gonna ask you to unmute. Oh, you are unmuted. I can't hear you. That's not,
Hello,
there you go. Okay, great. All right, just hang on. I'm just gonna spotlight you for the people watching. I think that'll work. Okay, great.
FECK?
Yes, Thomas C. FECK. Yeah. And yeah, I think we're good to go. So I don't know if you heard my spiel at the beginning, but it's kind of like what we did with the people here in the room. I'm going to swear you in and get your name, and we'll just want to hear your comment on the proposal. The commission. So I'm with the commission, and it's the commission that's making the decision on the application. I'm here to conduct the hearings, and we are transcribing what you're going to say. The transcript will be forwarded to the decision makers in the case, who are the commissioners who run the agency. So just so you know who you're speaking to. So we can get started. I'm going to swear you in first. So please raise your right hand. And do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. So go ahead. Just give us your name and comment, please.
My name is Thomas Feck. I live in the town of Seymour in Eau Claire County. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
We're good.
I am here to ask the Public Service Commission to deny this permit. I'm advocating for clean energy solutions. The governor's task force asked for no new fossil fuel infrastructure in this state, and the proposal that's on the table here violates that. I'm a member of the Sierra Club, and that's why I'm here. They prompted this. And I just want to say clean energy is the way to go. Solar, wind, battery. It's been proven that it works and that it's less costly. Thank you. That's all I have for now.
All right, great. Thanks for participating. I'm going to, oh, whoops, didn't want to erase your name. I wanted to. Okay. I'm just going to add to your name that you spoke here. So let's just go off the record for a second. All right. Okay, we're good. I'm just going to, if you could, I'm going to mute you. If you could turn off your video, and we'll just give someone else a chance next. So it looks like we have Beth Pigush. Saying that right? Pigush. Did you wish to make a comment?
Yes, I'm here. Hold on.
Okay.
Pigush.
Yes. All right, just hang on a second. Spotlight you for the other participants. There we go. All right, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
All right, great. Hang on. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. Raise your right hand. I'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so give us your name and comment, please.
Okay. My name is Elizabeth Pigush. I go by Beth. I am giving my comments from La Crosse, Wisconsin, and I am interested in sharing my opinion as a mother of 3 young children, as a wife, as a scientist, as an enthusiast of our common home and the natural resources that we have in this beautiful state of Wisconsin, and as an individual that is really acknowledging the privilege to give public comment. I would stress that we, as a state, not increase our electricity capacity. We need to focus on energy efficiency. I strongly encourage the permit not be permitted for this expansion. I think there is multiple scientific reasons, but I'd like to touch on the social reasons, especially as a mother. We are in a time of crisis with our children not experiencing what Gen X and baby boomers have been experiencing in the sense of the natural world and recreation within that natural world. And organizing something like this to expand is the wrong decision. I think that there's opportunities to look at energy efficiency and reducing our demand. I think there are way more opportunities for renewable energy. We are in a time of crisis, and I strongly suggest that this not be permitted.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for your comment.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna turn now to Brianne Coleman. That wasn't me, was it? I don't see you anymore. Okay, let's have Don Ferber.
Yes,
Okay,
Is that FERB?
Ferber. Yes, there you go. I'm just gonna spotlight you. There we go. See you there. All right, welcome. Let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
absolutely.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate this opportunity to testify on this matter. We're at a state with our planet and climate change where we're already in trouble with trying to reduce the amount of fossil fuels we're using. Adding more to it is literally adding fuel to the fire and something we can't afford to do. We already have way too many challenges already. In addition, has been pointed out that Governor Evers is asking for us to completely decarbonize our electrical sector by 2050. He has issued an executive order, and it was on the governor's task force recommendations to avoid all new fossil fuel infrastructure. This obviously flies in the face of that. In addition, I'm very surprised to see this from Excel, who has on their website declared that they intend to reduce 80% of their emissions by 2030. Well, adding this is not going to reduce emissions, it's going to add to it. And one of the things is, unfortunately, with what's called natural gas, usually only utilities are allowed, have to account for half of that pollution from CO2 from burning of the gas, not the entire gas cycle, which is inherent in extracting the gas and then transporting it. So there is much more emissions being created from this than it would be accounted for. So this would definitely head in the wrong direction. Now, we already know that in a lot of cases that batteries and clean energy, solar, wind, et cetera, are better and cleaner options. In fact, it's very interesting that some years ago in Minnesota, when they looked at, Excel looked at putting in a new gas plant potentially, they found out that solar and storage was a cheaper option. So why they're recommending this here in Wisconsin is really beyond me. In addition to the climate emissions from gas, they also put out other sorts of pollution that are hazardous to people's health. It's really the wrong way to go. And if we would build this, by the time it would get built, and they're planning for 40 years, that would go until 2065, when by 2050, we plan to have zero, our complete decarbonization of our electrical grid. So this really is a step in the wrong direction, is liable to add to people's costs in terms of what's going on from using gas. In fact, there was a recent report that came out that indicated that oftentimes in looking at the comparison between fossil fuel plants and clean energy, that they're not accounting for the fact that you wouldn't be using the fossil fuel in the future. And they haven't actually done the proper calculations. So my ask is that this is unwarranted, and I would recommend for the Public Service Commission that they say no to this proposal and instead suggest, certainly energy efficiency has been suggested, and I strongly support that. But if any new capacity is needed, to use clean energy and storage as part of that. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks very much. add that to your name, just to the record for this. We have next is Douglas Blount. Did you want to comment? Blount, Douglas.
Yeah, really not at this time. I'm looking for more information, I guess on the whole project, to be able to compare cost of this option versus, the cleaner energy options and what's all involved in that. So I don't know if that's something that's going to come up later on in this, information session, or if that's something I have to dig out on my own.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing a review of the project specifications in this at this hearing. We do have the documents online on the commission's website that you can review. And that's the way to get to that is on your notice of hearing. If you have a copy of that, there's a link to the case management system that has all the documents. So I would encourage you, we are going to be meeting here again at 6 p.m. So I'd encourage you, if you would like to bone up on that and then reappear at 6, we could take a comment that, you know, any comment you wish to make at that time. Or just listen to the other comments and see if you get enough information you want to respond to those. But yeah, we still can take your comment whenever you wish. So just whenever you feel like you have something to say, just chime in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you have Rosemary Kilbridge. Want to comment? Then that's Kilbridge, Rosemary. Sarah Kervin, Kervin. You go.
Yes.
I
Hi,
see you
can you
there.
hear me?
Yes, let me spotlight you here and I'll swear you in. So yes, Kervin. Kervin.
And Sarah with.
There we go.
Sarah with an H. We're just making sure we got it all recorded here. All right, great. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Okay, give us your name again and your comment.
All right. So my name is Sarah Kervin, and I'm going to keep my comment fairly brief because a lot of how I feel has already been stated by many other people. So I'll just quickly say that I'm asking the commission to decline the request for that plant to be recreated. I live in Eau Claire County. I'm raising my children here. My husband and I actually lived other places and we came back to Wisconsin partially because of it being such a wonderful place to raise kids and the beauty of the state. And I really feel that we owe it to ourselves, but especially the next generation, to make smart decisions, especially in this area. And this is the place where we need to be investing in renewable energy sources. We're really, as everyone else has said, we're running out of time to make these decisions, to make smart decisions about this. It's not something that we can keep pushing down the road. And so it's time to say no to things like this and to force the move into renewable energy sources. It's a destruction of the beautiful state that I love and that I got to grow up in. And it's definitely the wrong move for the future of our whole society, not just, you know, the kids, but everyone as we get to enjoy Wisconsin, hopefully, as we all have. So thank you. That's it.
All right, thanks very much.
Can I ask what county you live in?
Cool.
Eau Claire County.
Oh, you did say Eau Claire.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
sorry.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't come out that way, but yeah, I understood.
Sorry, Eau Claire
That's
County,
okay.
the
Yeah.
town of Washington, technically. So Eau Claire County.
Got it. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, I think that's all the people we have online. Guess there is still Rosemary. I didn't think you want to comment. You haven't responded, so that's fine. And I think at one point I had something flashing on my screen. It was Sierra Club conference room, and I don't see it anymore. But so I don't know if they're trying to connect or got disconnected. But I can say that we will be back at 6 p.m. Let me ask for people in the room, anyone else wish to speak that hasn't spoken yet? Nobody here? Okay,
Judge
so at
Newmark,
this point. Oh,
I
is it somebody?
don't want to comment, but I was the one who logged in with the Sierra Club conference room. I had to update my name when I logged in. So
Ah, I see.
sorry for the
Okay,
confusion
no, I
there.
just thought maybe there was a conference room full of people and I wanted to speak, so, okay. All right, so that's not there. All right, so we will be back at 6 p.m. and do this again. We'll take new comments from new people. And don't forget the opportunity to, I didn't mention that before, did I? The opportunity to file a written comment is also available in the case. Apologize for not being clear about that at the beginning. But I'm gonna just show that on the screen here. So written comments are due by Tuesday, January 30th. And the screen share has the information for how to do that, the link. And the link to our website and also the US mail address. So we just need to get those comments through in those methods by the deadline, Tuesday, January 30th, and we can receive those for the record as well. So for whatever reason you didn't want to speak today or having trouble connecting, you can file a written comment. So at this point we'll adjourn and we'll reconvene at 6. Thanks everyone for participating and take care. Bye-bye.